My sound is all systems go. We're on. Let's give Kenneth a hand. Monday. Turn that frown upside down. I know it. Kenneth, welcome. Welcome. Let's talk.
How you doing?
I still am a history freak, right? I got my undergraduate major in philosophy, Western philosophy and history, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I went into design. So I'm a history freak because in history, to me, it's a science and an art, right? You see how certain events impact events of the small guy. You know, Oedipus is not a small guy, but he was a small guy when he was a baby, thrown on the cliff, bound his foot. The prophecy, who believes in prophecies anymore in this class? Right here, okay. Charisma, what in prophecies do we, are we looking for in a modern world? Path. Who has their tarot read? Tarot cards. You do. Who does the I Ching? I Ching? Chinese? 3,000-year-old book? I don't even know what the I Ching is. That's a great book. That's one of my favorite. Who reads bird entrails? Philip? Bird entrails? No? Okay.
Excuse me, I have a question. Can there be such a good thing as a good prophecy?
A lot of times. Have you ever had your fortune read or any of these things done by a professional?
No, I haven't. There's a such thing with like somebody sometimes in Manhattan where they can read your palm.
Yeah, the lines on your hand.
They can tell like how many kids you're gonna have, like what life you're gonna live, and yeah.
There's this thing where you have to give your thumbprint and then your birthday.
Yeah.
Come up and tell you everything, like with your father's name and everything from scratch.
It will tell you. Wow. Who has their horse, who's had the, when you got that first real love of your life, Remember that? It's over now, right? It's your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, your first dog, I don't know what. What do you remember back and you both had your charts done? You've done it.
Like a horoscope?
Yeah.
In a magazine?
No, you have your charts, you say, oh, you're a Capricorn and I'm a Cancer. I don't know, really we're supposed to be together, but who's done that? Who's done their charting? Is it wild or is it, do we, I'm not talking about belief, gang. I'm talking about, like, things to follow. Gina, what's that like? What was he like?
Sometimes it's true, sometimes it's not. Like, sometimes things do, like, pop up and it's like, yeah, he's like that. But then some other things are just like, no. No.
Doesn't work.
I don't think it does.
So
I agree with it.
At parties, Kenneth, you walk up to maybe a cutie and go like, hey, what's your sign?
Nah, no, I don't. I ask them what their name is and how they're doing.
Oh, sorry, that's so 70s, man. Sorry about that. Hey, baby, what's your sign? No one's done that? Dude, what a room of squares, Philip. Joking, Megan? You've done that to some guy? Hey, man, what's your sign?
Doesn't work out too well.
Find some
How about a Pabst
compatibility.
Blue Ribbon now? It doesn't work, or they
Well, they laugh about it, but they don't take it seriously.
don't take it seriously. But Karishma would take it serious. Some handsome guy walks up to you and says, hey. But at a party, when you're getting, Kenneth uses this all the time. Hey, what's your sign? No, is that, ladies, is that, men too, I'm not sexist. You think that's cheesy?
Why you get my secret out, man?
That's your secret. Say, oh, I can tell we'll be very compatible. Here's the point. Oedipus, a lot of Oedipus, and I love the brilliant portrayal of Tiresias, a lot of Oedipus depends upon this cosmology where it's like a big machine, right? It's just grinding, right? And here's not a little guy, here's a big guy, alpha male, stud horse. He solved the riddle of the Sphinx, which was what, Ashley?
What walks on?
She knows it. She'll win on Jeopardy.
In the morning, 2 legs in the afternoon, 3 in
Megan, what's the answer?
the morning.
Michaela?
Oh, I have no idea.
Ashley knows.
The man.
Human beings. 4 as a baby, 2 as a grown person, 3 with a king.
Yeah.
Ah, the Sphinx goes like, my terrible existence. She jumps off the, what does the Wicked Witch say? Oh, my beautiful wickedness. She jumps up, and she's beautiful, right? Sphinx is beautiful from here on up, right? Gorgeous woman. Half clad, right? And here down, it's an animal. So again, we're talking about these binaries. It's like this animal beauty beast, like, has been killing anyone who goes into Thebes. This studly guy, Oedipus, solves this.
Mm-hmm.
He's the great man. Very important for Aristotle because he's the great man. He solves this riddle, so therefore he gets to be king, right, Gina? But what happens? Name again. Jess. He does everything in the machine. How many think we're in a machine now in life? Just grinding, meat grinder. Oh, Metal Gears against our soft flesh. No one does, I'm glad, because that would be a depressing thought on Monday. He should be the winner, right?
Yeah.
So Kenneth, what actually is seeing this guy dismantled on a stage with 10 to 20,000 other people in these brilliant, beautiful stages? You know the plot, unlike the rest of you guys. You know, when you say to your friend, don't spoil it for me. Don't give me the spoiler. Don't spoil it for me. You know, oh, he was a guy like The Crying Game. Who saw The Crying Game? That chick is really a dude. So they say, don't spoil it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Kenneth, what's the point of seeing this play in ancient Greece?
I think the point is to add suspense and add entertainment to other people. So when they see it, it's just like it all bunches together and it's like, oh wow, like it all makes sense.
Lucy, what happened if there were a fight broke out in the Greek audience era? Someone sits on your popcorn or something, you get pissed off, and you just hit their head, and suddenly it's a what happens? What, Matt? What do you think? What? Do they kill each other because someone sat in the seat? Anyone have a guess on this? It's fighting in an audience was punishable by death. Pretty wild, man. They took this seriously. So, Philip, why Megan? Why are they taking this so deadly serious? You sat there like this. You knew the plot. You're watching the great men get dismantled again. You know, they did all these epic Homeric themes. What's the point, man? It almost sounds like a fascistic society. It sounds like Germany in the 30s, right? It's like, oh, God, here it goes again. I got to go to that rally. You don't want to get pissed off the leader, right?
I think they just wanted everyone else to realize, I don't know what could happen and take everyone else seriously.
Take their government seriously.
Yeah, I guess so. And if they don't pay attention, then they're not serious about their life.
Belonging, right? One of the greatest insults, people would commit suicide over this, is to be banished from your hometown. If you were banished from your hometown, Hicksville. Is Hicksville your town? Bethpage, okay. If you're banished from Bethpage, would you just string yourself up that same night and?
Absolutely not. I would find somewhere else nice to live.
What's the same with your guys' hometown? You're banished. What would you do?
They won't come to the fight. We entered the town. It's so big.
Delhi?
No, Mumbai.
Oh, Mumbai is big. Don't you love Mumbai,
Yes,
Darshan? You love it.
I do.
What do you love most about it?
It's a lively city.
Very lively. Been there only once. It was extremely lively, especially the downtown. Taxis going like this in front of the Starbucks. I always remember this.
There's no Starbucks in Mumbai.
Yeah, there is.
There's no.
Oh.
It had a fake sign on Starbucks. It might not have been. I know they try and keep those Yankee franchises out. But it was a coffee shop, and there was a cow in front of the coffee shop. I'm like, whoa. And then, behind the park, what do they call them? Temples of Silence, right? The Zoroastrians, right? They have the Temples of Silence. So when you die, your body gets chopped up and they feed you to the vultures near the park in Mumbai. Cool.
What?
Yes, it's a very lively town. Would you feel bad if you were banished from Mumbai?
I would, yes. That's the place where I was born. I grew up until I was 18. I would definitely feel bad.
But these Greeks, I mean, Corinth, Athens, Sparta, they felt like pissed. They felt so despairing if they were banished from each one of these little towns. And this is not, not talking about the nation state. We're talking about polis, the town. Michaela, that's drastic, man. This is, the portrayal I'm giving you guys of the Greek society is still fascistic, right?
Yeah.
Our modern democratic brain goes like, oh, give me a break, man. I'm moving to Seattle, right?
Yeah, well, I think in this day and age, we're trying to move away from our hometown because we're in this mindset like we want to keep moving forward.
We're mobile.
Yeah.
The world is our oyster, right? And of course, in the Greek society, women and slaves couldn't vote. We're living in a slave society. So also that adds another spin to it. So Brandon, right? Brandon, what do you pull? Yeah. Doesn't that make you want to go, oh, Oedipus, man, get over it, right? Oh, you think you're such a stud horse, man. You're just a wimp. You're a tool, right?
Yeah.
You agree? Okay. A little more behind it.
Okay.
Is Oedipus a tool?
He is.
He is. Why? How?
He's a stud.
He's a stud, but he's a false stud. Ashley, is he a tool? Is he just like,
Not on purpose. He's just trying to do his best.
do his job? But isn't that our modern definition of a tool? It's just some guy who's over earnest but kind of stupid, right?
Yeah, that kind of sounds like Coriolanus in a way, maybe.
And Coriolanus, yes. Earnestness. Why do we laugh at earnestness nowadays? Name again. Yunsan. Why is cynicism such an important quality in our lives now? Oh yeah, I'm taking that 104 class. Yeah, he's kind of cuckoo, but you know, it's 3 credits. I heard it's mad easy. Are we fundamentally cynical post Oedipus? Hyunsun, I'm not going to let you go. Are we cynical? Karishma, Faith.
I hear a lot of things like my manager saying I'm the best manager you'll ever get. Why could you ever think that you deserve more or that there's something better for you out
As
there?
soon as they turn the back, you go like, right?
No,
Hi,
I
manager.
don't, but,
What, you don't?
but I feel like that sometimes.
It's like, get a grip, right? For the manager, right? But what has led us there, Faith? Why now we're going and reading Every Man, a medieval morality story. Do you consider we have current morality stories?
I think we have plenty.
Plenty. Name one for example in the news.
Okay. Tony. Oh gosh, I'm not very good at sports. The golfer.
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods, yes.
Is that a morality story?
Definitely.
Who says? Is that a morality play? Name again. Nick, why? Dude, I'm glad you brought up Tiger Woods. He's a stud, man, right?
Yeah.
Keeps winning. He's tri-racial. He keeps winning. Had the blondie from Scandinavia.
Very wealthy.
Very wealthy. Nothing he could do was wrong. Exactly like Oedipus, right? That's a good example of what we're thinking about. Why, Nick, are we cynical about? Then he gets smashed up he gets husband beat, by his wife. With his own club. That's like even Greek, he gets whacked around with the tools of his trade. Poor Tiger. So Lucy, what's your opinion? Oedipus and Tiger Woods. Oedipus didn't cheat. He stayed faithful to the end.
Oh.
Thanks for the setup on that. He's by definition anyone but the cheater. It will always be my mother. Oh, okay. Oedipus, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Spitzer, Wiener. You know, we have all these great guys who somehow think, I'm the man. I should be getting more of what men get, right? Adoring females, right? Is that sexist or is this part of the scheme, Michaela?
Well, I think everyone always wants to be better and better, so we have that mindset like, oh, well, I'm better than that, so I deserve more.
JFK, man, he had ladies in the pool every weekend, right? Marilyn, that's what it's reputedly supposed to be doing. There's that new miniseries about JFK out. It was like he gave it to Robert, and Robert's like, oh, Marilyn, oh, no. Who saw that series? No one did? What about the great man? Kenneth, what about the great man? Are we cynical about great men nowadays? Like Tiger Woods, like JFK, like Arnold Schwarzenegger had a baby by his maid, right? Everyone goes, ew. For the maid, right?
Can Chad Oshie
Jump in.
Can Chad Oshie be an example?
Who?
Chad, he's a receiver for. He used to be a receiver for the Miami Dolphins.
Okay, what did he do?
He actually headbutted his wife, and then what's it called? I think it was over condoms that she found in his car or something like that. And then what's it called? They broke up here and there, and he actually lost his.
He found condoms that his wife had in the car.
No, she found condoms in his car, but it was like, why do you need this for?
Fighting, he just headbutted her.
Yeah, in the car, and actually, and because of this went all through the media.
Recently, right?
Yeah, he actually lost his job to the Miami Dolphins, and he actually tattooed his wife's leg on his leg.
Because he still loved her.
Yeah, it's just a way to like try to get back with her. But
he loves her. So, all right, jump in, people. I think we're way too cynical. Name? Kiva. I think we're way too cynical for great people. Lindsay Lohan, we're laughing when she's... Britney Spears, we're laughing when she shaves her head. Tom Cruise, give me a break. You know, we laugh at... why become famous at all, Kiva?
Because we love this acting.
We love the what?
Acting.
I'm not just talking actors. Everyone's waiting for Obama to do that bad thing, right?
Yeah,
He's so straight and narrow. He's too boring.
People love
is what he is. What?
People love this stuff like trash.
They want to eat Obama raw, man. If you find out he has a mistress or something like that.
When people do bad things, it makes you feel better about yourself. Or you're not like such a screw up.
Yeah.
Exactly, Siobhan. In the opposite, Aristotle said, we feel good when we see the great man fall. Yeah. And that's why Aristotle chose Oedipus, because how big a failure can you make than copulating and breeding with your mother? That's tremendously bad.
Cynicism, I think, comes from just jealousy in general, and so like you're just like, oh, why is it like this? Probably because of that, and I wish it was better for me. So like when someone does fall or if someone does do something bad, you're like, oh, they're not that great, they're not that perfect. See, I told it.
At Target, you pick up the tabloid people, whatever. Oh, she's expecting him back. Oh, he's a cheetah. You know.
Bless you.
I heard Tiger's really a cheetah.
Yeah, people love that stuff.
Why? Tiger Woods. You've heard of name? Drip. Give me you've heard of Tiger Woods. You respected him.
A little bit.
A little bit. Then why, Driv, do you think Charlie Sheen is my hero?
I think with people like as big as Tiger Woods or someone else who's been found cheating on their wives, I think when you have a lot of money, when you have a lot of fame, you tend to take things for granted. That's why these things happen.
Okay, let's give Kenneth a hand. I'm going to have to stop this right here. Give Kenneth a hand. We didn't mean it, Mom.